I think what she's trying to say is what happens also in films is when you're doing your first film, there's a lot of apprehension. It's something you're doing for the first time, so it's almost like a case of self-discovery whilst working, and you learn so much about yourself after seeing yourself on screen that it becomes more comfortable as the films go on. I mean, I can't answer the question for her, but the fact is there would have been technically a greater comfort level with me because she's more comfortable with herself.
Does it work for you, working with a newcomer and seeing things maybe through your eyes?
She is by no measures a newcomer, let me tell you that.
Two film old actor.
No way.
I
mean, I remember there were days when usually most of the cast used to be on set, and even if we weren't working. And she doesn't know this, but she'd be performing, and there'd be, you know, the who's who of Indian acting. You've got Vahida Aunty, Chintu Uncle, Om Puri. Everybody used to sit there and they used to be shocked at how this girl is performing.
Please,
and I've said this before. I think
right now.
No, really, it's fantastic. You know, the confidence that she has, the control she has over her own craft. I think it's very commendable. I mean, when I did my second film, I was nowhere near as confident or as capable as she is, and how prepared she is. And also, I'd like to point out that I think it's very commendable, and I've said this before, for a young lady to do her first film as Savariya, which is a very intense, dramatic love story. And at that age, when your contemporaries are doing a variety of other work, it's very tempting to go out there and do the usual glam doll kind of a film.
Yeah.
You know, it's very tempting because it's a lot of fun. I know, I've done a lot of dancing in Switzerland and it's great fun. But to choose an acting piece like Delhi 6 as your second and excel in it, I really think it's really commendable. So, you know, she's going to say like, yeah, I was a newcomer, I didn't know what I was doing. She knows exactly what she's doing.
The usual admiration club going.
No, she doesn't. She's very good. You can ask any of the other co-stars.
The movie is going to come after a lot of other releases, but your multiplex audience is going to see it after Slumdog, after Devdi, which was also a different kind of a movie. Does it fit in that trend of not an astronomical budget, a different kind of a subject, maybe catering to a more intelligent audience?
Well,
is it that kind of
not
movie?
at all.
No, it's a family film, for God's sake.
I think the greatest thing about Delhi Che is that I believe, and this is my personal opinion, in the last year we made a lot of films in our industry which were targeted at a particular audience. You have, for example, say Dostan was made for a youthful audience.
Yeah.
I think Delhi Che is a film which after a very long time you can take your entire family and go see the film, and everybody will relate to the film. I don't think, say for example, a Gajani was made for a family audience. It was aimed at a very massy kind of audience, and it got huge patronage, and we're really happy for that. A Sing is King was made for a particular kind of audience. I'd like to believe that Delhi Che is made for an entire family. So literally your great Indian joint family can go back to the theatres together and watch the film and enjoy it.
And I absolutely agree with what Abhishek has to say. I mean, if you're an 8-year-old, you will identify with the character. If you're an 80-year-old, you'll identify with someone in the film. If you're 30, you're 20, it doesn't matter. You can go there and there will be something or someone that you will relate to. The story is about India, okay? The story is about India.
You guys are hardcore Mumbai cults. The backdrop is Delhi.
Yeah.
What did it take to blend in that? The accent, the little enunciations, what was the toughest part?
No, like Mr. Mehra says, we're Jew kids, JBPD brats, according to him.
Yeah, let's slice it down. Mumbai 49 to Delhi Che.
Right.
I had no problem.
Yeah.
Because I've lived in Delhi for 3 years of my life. Yeah. I've studied there for a year. But the greatest thing is I'm not meant to be from there. My character travels to Delhi from New York. He's born and brought up in New York, and he's the outsider there. So, you know, we didn't have to get into an accent. I didn't have to be comfortable. I actually had to do the complete opposite. I was the one who had to stick out. So be it the way he dressed, his color scheming, the way he spoke, how he reacted, everything had to be the total opposite of how everybody else was. She had to work very hard to get that very Punjabi accent in a Hindi. There's a certain way and a lilt in which a lot of Delhiites speak, which they all worked on. They had dialogue coaches on set, but I was the one who had to look different and be different.
It wasn't me, I swear. Everybody's looking for the monkey out there. Blame the Calabunda, blame the Calabunda. Everybody's looking for the monkey out there.
Well, I sat on the script for 2 months with Mr. Mehra before we started shooting.
Really didn't get uncomfortable.
Okay.
I can just imagine on the sets, you guys must have had a blast.
Kind of.
Yeah, it was good fun.
All right, you were
really
talking.
sat on the script?
Yes, I did. Did you not know this? Okay, I'm not even going to go into this. Abhishek, what is the grammatically right way of saying this?
You sat on the script?
I mulled over the script.
I mulled over the script.
You worked on the script.
Worked on the
worked
script.
on your character.
Character. Sorry, Abhishek.
No, that's
I'm
fine.
so sorry. I apologize. My English coach. Yes, I worked on the film, on the script with Mr. Mehra before we started shooting, because I worked with Mr. Bansali for like 5 years, and I was so comfortable with him. It was like almost like a home atmosphere, because I was an assistant and I worked on the pre-prod of Savaria, post-prod of Savaria. So for me, I mean, it was like completely going into new territory. So I sat with him on it. I understood my character, I understood everybody else's character as well. And I tried to see what I could do with it and change the accent, the body language, everything. What actors do, I guess. Don't they do that?
Masak kali, masa masa masakali, matak matak.